Hello everybody, this is Louisa with Ellie Paper Studio, and today I have a project tutorial and also a freebie to share. It will be available on my website. All you have to do is go to the link below. When you visit my website, if you subscribe, all you have to do is put your email address. By me receiving your email address, it means that you're going to receive my blog posts automatically. I normally only post about once a week. On occasion, I'll post twice a week. And it's only normally about content that's paper crafting or crafting related. Every so often, I'll have a share on something like my craft room, but again, all crafting related. I promise never to share your information with anybody. You will not get spam from me. You will not get information about any type of, I'm not trying to sell you anything. This is just to share paper crafting projects. And in addition, you will get a welcome email with a coupon to my Etsy store and a password to the subscriber area in my blog. Once you log into the subscriber area on my blog, the password is the same for everybody. And you will have available to you some freebies, some good downloads, some documents that I've put together. Some of them are free SVG files, planner templates, tutorials, an array of things that, again, all paper crafting related, and all free, available for you to download. Among one of those templates is going to be this one, and I have to say I got this idea from, I will post a link to her videos and her YouTube channel. I really like her. Her name, or her YouTube channel's name, is Pearl Crafts. She's been doing giant flowers for her wedding, and she's been posting some just some template ideas on and some how-tos on how to do giant paper flowers. I'm doing giant paper flowers for I'm pregnant and I'm having a girl, and I'm doing giant paper flowers for her bedroom, for one of the walls. I did these with my silhouette, a silhouette file I purchased that I will put a link on. I'll put the design. These are two different files, 99 cents each, and I kind of modified them a little bit to make them a little larger and also a little bit flatter, and this is kind of some of the flowers that I put together, and I really like how they turned out, but I wanted to work with something a little larger. And also what I didn't like about those is that they were taking about 9 12 by 12 sheets of cardstock, and 12 by 12 cardstock is a little bit expensive, especially if you only want one specific color. You basically have to go, in my case, you can go online, but in my case, the most economical way and fastest way to get 12 by 12 cardstock is to go to like a Michael's or a Joann's type of paper crafting store and purchase the packs. Now the packs they only have about 10 sheets of each color, if that. So of course you would be having to buy either 2 packs, or you would have to be buying the Basil loose leaf stock, which is great cardstock, but it's also very thick. And for my silhouette personally, it takes a double cut, so it takes longer time, it's thicker, the process is slower on the silhouette, it's expensive. They're about 79 cents each. So about $7.90 per flower if you need 10 12 by 12s. And that doesn't mean you use the entire 12 by 12, but you will need the full 12 by 12 when you're making the flower. So I decided to make my own template, one that was 8.5 by 11 Recollections friendly. And I purchased these packs from Recollections from Michael's. It's my favorite type of cardstock. It cuts really well on my silhouette and with my paper trimmer and with everything. It embosses really well. It's not super thick, so I can run it through my laser printer. And I love the colors, and it's very inexpensive. I got these packs at $2 each, so 50 sheets for $2. These flowers only take 5 8.5 by 11s, so 4 of the pink and 1 of this tan color. So if you get a pack like this, and you really only want to make the lighter pink flowers, you can make 4 flowers or even 6 flowers if you're using these 3 hues. I personally didn't want to use this dark of a hue, so I'm sticking to the lighter colors. So it's a great way to just save on some paper. The other thing is that with the template, it comes perfectly set up to fit an 8.5 by 11 when you import it to your Silhouette or your Cricut software. It comes perfectly aligned for the cut files, or you can just print the PDF and cut with your scissors around the 8.5 by 11. What I'm doing something a little bit different from Pearl Crafts. She uses a hexagon. I'm using a pentagon because that way I only need 5 petals of each size. And I'm using 3 different sizes. They're a 1/2 inch smaller, and the pentagon itself is it's roughly 5 3/4 inches wide. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and put the video in fast forward since it's pretty repetitive. Flower, and it has this center that I created for it. It's a little bit smaller, so this is something I will be resizing on the original template. Instead, you can do something a little larger. I think what I'm going to do to make sure that you can't see any of this is cut a larger circle to fit it here and then add this. Okay. So I really like the size of my flower. Now I have to do my center, and my center is going to help me cover some of that up. It's going to also help draw some focus to the good parts. So what she does, and again, this is, I'll link to her channel because she's much more, she's done this a lot more than I have. This is my second flower so far, is she does a thin strip of glue. And folds this together. Now that this is nice and held together, you're going to be rolling it in, so you really want to let the paper relax a little bit. And the best way to do that she shows is to just manipulate it until it's kind of curved. So you're going to roll it in, and you just put a little bit of glue as you go along, and you just roll. My flower center is also much thicker than what she normally does. Mine is about 1/4 of an inch. I think she does about 1/8 of an inch. So hers are a little bit more delicate looking. Again, because this is a try and this is going on a wall where it won't be seen by that much detail. I'm okay with it being a little bit thicker. And here is my center. So let me bring the flower back in. And now you just open it up and flatten it and fluff it back out. And I really like how this one turned out. So here are my two flowers. They were actually cut with the same size petals, just the hexagons are different. And the way that I arranged them, the slit definitely made a huge difference between making it deeper and shorter and larger. This one is definitely over a 12-inch clearance, which is exactly what I was looking for. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I will be posting pictures of the finished product, how the wall turns out. I'm really excited to show all the different flowers that I end up using. I'm also using different hues of pink. This one's deeper, this one's the lightest. And just in general, I'm really excited to share some of how I finish the room, because I am doing a lot of crafting myself in the room. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this inspires you.